Founded as a land
doing it
A lot of times people try to base their journeys off of what other people are doing, but that's not my story. This is walking in my own footsteps.
Purdue Global is an investment in your future. It's furthering your education and doing it in a way that's on your terms.
I wasn't just doing this to get a piece of paper or to walk across the stage. I wanted this to better myself, my community, my family.
Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu. I know I've got a comeback in me, and I'm going to make it count. Because I'm worth the investment it takes to earn a degree that I'm proud of. I'm worth the work it takes to get an education employers respect. I'm not just going back to school. This is it. My chance. My opportunity. I'm coming back and moving forward with Purdue Global. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
You can win more than once. You can have as many comebacks as you want. And there's no limit to how many times you can come out on top. If you've proved yourself before, you can do it again, and you should. Show them twice, 3 times even. Because a revival never gets less satisfying, and a second wind is often stronger than the first. Because you've done hard things before, so do it again. Regain your purpose, re-find your passion, because there are no rules surrounding your revival. You get to write it and read it out loud over and over and over, and you can change the storyline whenever you please. You don't only get one big life moment, you get as many as you give yourself, and the people who love you will never get tired of watching you win. The longer you've waited, the more ready you'll be, because that's what renewal is all about. Come back so big that it's like you never left.
It is a joy to welcome you to today's commencement, where we celebrate the achievements of our Purdue Global graduates. I'm Eva Nodine, and it's truly an honor to share this milestone with you. Whether you're tuning in from your living room, your workplace, a military base, or anywhere across the globe, this ceremony is dedicated to you, our Purdue Global graduates. Today, we celebrate your hard work, your perseverance, and the incredible milestone you've achieved. On behalf of the entire Purdue Global community, I extend a heartfelt welcome as we honor your accomplishments. At this time, we invite all who are able to stand for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you for that inspiring performance of our national anthem. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our academic leadership. Their dedication and vision create the opportunities that have helped you reach this milestone. We recognize their commitment, which continues to inspire and support you every step of the way. As we acknowledge those who've supported you, we also celebrate the determination and hard work that brought you to this moment. The reach of this class is truly amazing, representing every state plus Washington, D.C., Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and 26 countries around the world. No matter where your journey began, you are forever part of Purdue Global community, connected by this achievement. Graduates, each of you is remarkable, and your paths to this moment have been as unique as your stories. Many of you have leaned on family, friends, and colleagues along the way, while others found strength inside of yourselves to keep going. Wherever your motivation came from, your perseverance has brought you here. For some, that motivation has been your children, whose belief in you and the future you're building for them inspired every step. At this time, I'd like to invite all the children of our graduates, young or grown, to please stand if able and give a big wave to your mom or dad. What an inspiring journey this has been. Truly a moment to celebrate you. We are honored today to have around 10,000 military learners within the Purdue Global community, those serving on active duty in the National Guard and Reserve, along with veterans and military family members. Your courage, sacrifice, and perseverance inspire us every day. From all of us at Purdue Global, thank you for your service and your continued dedication. Graduates, I am so thrilled to be here with you today. Even though we may not know each other personally, I have been one of your biggest cheerleaders. Why? Because I know what it takes to get here. I grew up in the foster care system. I started my career before realizing I needed a degree to achieve my dreams. And like many of you, I earned my degrees while working, one of them online, with my boys and my family cheering me on. I know firsthand the work and dedication are keys to success. But today is not about me. It's about you, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Let me share what makes your class and alma mater so exceptional. Will graduates who are the first in their family to earn a college degree please rise if able? You are trailblazers, paving the way for your families and future generations. Several members of our leadership, including myself, are also proud to share this distinction as first-generation graduates. Please remain standing. Now, will graduates who worked, served in the military, or cared for a child or other dependent while earning your degree, please rise if able. If you are already standing, please raise your hand. Look around. Your perseverance, dedication, and commitment are truly remarkable. Let's take a moment to applaud these incredible achievements. Please be seated. In addition to all of you who are joining us today, I'd also like to recognize the close to 15,000 Purdue Global graduates who earned their degrees over the past year. In the last 7 years, we are enormously proud that over 70,000 students have graduated at Purdue Global. What you have all done is so remarkable. You completed your education while navigating all of the challenges life put in your path. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to be a part of today's celebration. You should be so proud. I certainly am. Now, it is my privilege to introduce our commencement speaker, Pat Doney, a proud Purdue Global graduate, 5-time Emmy winner, and sports anchor and reporter at NBC5 in Dallas-Fort Worth. He empowers the next generation through a sportscaster camp and a high school sports media curriculum, Please join me in welcoming Pat Doney.
Why aren't you smiling? Okay, most of you are, but that is what a reporter asked Los Angeles Lakers great Kobe Bryant after his Lakers team went up 2-0 in the NBA Finals. Kobe did not flinch in his response. He said, "Job's not finished." No celebration, no relief, just focus. Because he understood something that many people miss. Getting close to the dream is not the dream. Finishing is. Greatness is. Legacy is. And that same mindset matters for you today. Earning your degree is an incredible accomplishment. But like Kobe reminded us, the job's not finished. What comes next and how you apply your skills, your grit, and your knowledge is where the real work begins. Because today, you will hear your name called. You'll hold the Purdue Global degree. You'll walk across this stage. It's a moment worth celebrating. But I came here to tell you, job's not finished. You've done something extraordinary. You pushed through. You sacrificed. You kept going when it would have been easier to quit. Whether it took you 2 years or 20, you made it. But this is not the summit. This is not the finish line. This is the moment that sets everything else in motion. As a sports reporter, I've been blessed to have had some great moments in my own career. Olympics, Super Bowls, Emmy Awards. By age 30, I had checked off a lot of the goals that I once thought were the professional dream. But let me be clear, those moments, as exciting as they were, did not provide the deeper professional satisfaction I was looking for. What kind of impact am I leaving? Who am I helping? What will outlive me? I started asking deeper questions, not just about success, but about calling, about why I am here and who I am meant to serve. I came across a quote that shifted everything. In the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey quotes Thomas Merton, who once said, "People may spend their whole lives climbing the ladder of success only to find, once they reach the top, that the ladder is leaning against the wrong wall." End quote. That hit me hard. And so I went back to school at Purdue Global, just like you. Not to just check another box, but to build something bigger than myself. Since then, I've launched a sports media education organization that empowers students, partners with teachers, and brings real-world tools into classrooms across the country. And I don't think any of that would have happened if I had assumed the journey was over just because I had reached a few milestones in my TV career. And I know I'm speaking to people who understand that kind of grind. Maybe you did your homework after your kids fell asleep. Maybe you finished assignments from a hotel room. Maybe you carried a full-time job while logging into class from your car. I wrote many a paper from the passenger seat in a stadium parking lot. Maybe you almost gave up, but you didn't. You did not just earn a degree, you have earned tools and you have developed grit. And now comes the real moment. What will you build with these tools? Not just for yourselves, but for the people you'll impact, your communities, the people you serve, and future generations who will benefit from what you create. A few years ago, a buddy and I hiked the Mist Trail in Yosemite. A few miles up, we stopped to take a picture. The view was amazing, and we thought, clearly, this is as good as it gets. But just then, a couple of hikers on the way down passed us and said, no, don't stop now. You have no idea what is waiting for you just a little bit ahead at the summit. And they were right. The real view, the unforgettable one with waterfalls and cliffs you have to see to believe, was just ahead. This is that moment for you. The degree is not the summit. It's the sign that says, now you're ready. You have the tools, keep going, and get ready for what is ahead. I've also seen this in sports. covering the NFL and NBA drafts, I've stood in the room when athletes hear their names called. There are tears, hugs, celebrations. They've achieved something that most people will not come close to accomplishing. And yet, what some of those athletes don't realize is that moment is a fork in the road. Just getting to the league is not the dream. Becoming great once you're there, now that is the dream. And the same is true for you. Like athletes entering the league, your degree is just the beginning, not the end. The world needs your skills, your ideas, and your leadership right now. You've been given the gift of a launching pad. How you use this launch pad will determine the mark you leave on your families, your communities, and the world at large. So whatever your dream is in your heart, go after it. Boldly, immediately. This moment was never about arriving. It is about stepping into your purpose. Use what you have learned at Purdue Global to not just make a living, but to make a difference. Congratulations, class of 2025. You have made it up the trail, you have done the work, but the job is not finished. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Hearing from our alumni about their careers, accomplishments, and experiences is so inspiring. I'm Dr. John Harbour, Interim Chancellor at Purdue Global, and it is an enormous honor to be joining you here today. Graduates, much like Pat, you have unwavering determination in your pursuit of completing your studies and earning your degree. The stories you have shared with us are a testament to that. You've had your moment of triumph, your comeback, and now you embark on the next chapter of your lives and careers. Now let's turn our attention to even more exceptional academic achievements. Graduates earning advanced degrees wear a hood that reflects their achievement. Many celebrated at home with loved ones hooding them. Congratulations. The following graduates have demonstrated outstanding academic success, maintaining high grade point averages throughout their time at Purdue Global. As I announce each academic honors distinction, please rise if you are able and celebrate this moment. We begin by recognizing our doctoral degree candidates who have earned high GPA distinctions, an extraordinary accomplishment reflecting years of research, perseverance, and academic excellence. We also recognize our master's degree candidates who have achieved cumulative GPAs of 3.9 or higher. This remarkable achievement demonstrates exceptional scholarship, commitment, and mastery within their field of study. We are proud to recognize our associate and bachelor's degree candidates. Our summa cum laude graduates achieved a flawless 4.0 GPA, straight A's in every course. Our magna cum laude graduates earned a cumulative GPA of 3.8 or higher. This honor reflects their consistent academic excellence and dedication throughout their studies at Purdue Global. Finally, our cum laude graduates maintained GPAs between 3.70 and 3.79, a distinction that reflects very strong academic achievement and perseverance. Congratulations to all of these outstanding graduates. You may be seated. Next, we'll hear a message from your deans.
Congratulations, Purdue Global Law School graduates. If you can make it through this, you can make it through anything. Congratulations to the graduates of the School of Multidisciplinary and Professional Studies. Your hard work and dedication have led you to this special day, and the entire faculty celebrate your accomplishments. Your education have led you to have the skills necessary to make a meaningful impact, and we can't wait to see what you do. Congratulations.
Graduates, I want you to know how very proud we are of you. Because of this accomplishment, your life will never be the same. And not only yours, but the generations that follow. Great job, and enjoy your accomplishment.
As you step into your role as a nursing professional, may your knowledge, compassion, and commitment bring forth comfort, healing, and hope. Continue to leave the nouns in your life better than you found them. We are honored to share this time of celebration with you today. Go forth, graduates, and continue to do good works.
Congratulations, School of Health Science graduates. What an exciting and life-changing accomplishment. The faculty and I are so proud and look forward to seeing your contributions to the field of health. Apply what you learned to your diverse communities and you will continue to make a difference. Best wishes on your future endeavors.
Congratulations, College of Social and Behavioral Sciences and School of Aviation graduates. Graduation marks a significant milestone, the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another. May your futures be as bright as your smiles are today. Your communities need your unique skills and talents, so go forth and make a difference.
I am Dr. Carolyn Nordstrom, and on behalf of all of us at Purdue University Global, we proudly recognize all of our graduates who are participating virtually from around the world today. Candidates, please rise for the conferral of your degree. Exercising the authority of the trustees of Purdue University Global, legally vested by the people of the state of Indiana, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I now confer upon each of you who has fulfilled the requirements for the doctoral, master's, bachelor's, associate, or certificate program, all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities that accompany your degree. As evidence of this great achievement, you will now be formally recognized. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Before we recognize each of you individually, let's first take part in the ceremonial tassel turning. Graduates, if you are not already wearing your cap and tassel, please put it on now. To mark your new status as proud members of the Purdue Global graduating class, and with great pride in your accomplishment, you may now move your tassel to the left side of your mortarboard. It is now my honor to recognize each of you as your name is announced.
Adnan Abbasi, Rokhshana Abduhavizova, Rashik Abdullah, Kendra Abrams, Felix Aberto, U.S. Navy, Anasia Adair, Hope Addison, Tamal Adebisi, Esther Adori, Adem Agbemabiase, Adam Aguilar, Sarah Aitken, Akindele Akinjolere, U.S. Air Force, Nibras Al-Obeidi, U.S. Army veteran, June Alcala, Linda Alderman, Deidre Alexander, Chiquita Alford, Aiden Allen, Ebony Alston, U.S. Air Force, Nicholas Allenbaugh, Jose Alvarez, U.S. Army, Andrew Alves, Fabricio Alves, U.S. Army. Catherine Ann Dexler. James Andrew. Catherine Anyune. Shelley Arakaki. Deborah Arford. Heather Armstrong. Samantha Atkinson Nichols. Nicole Ackerman. Scott Ian. Komlun Aina, U.S. Army. Stephanie Azar. Brenda Bailey. Sarah Baird. Adiola Balogun Adegbo. Betty Banks. Rakenya Banks. Karina Barbosa. Cassidy Barnes. Heidi Berrigan. Faith Barth. Anton Basic. Jared Beck. Scott Bedwell. Marjorie Beggis. Dalton Bell. Michelle Bencosme, U.S. Navy. Christopher Bennett, U.S. Army. Angie Bentos, U.S. Army. Raina Bidlack. Jason Black, U.S. Air Force. Sierra Black. Brianna Blackledge. Jasmine Blair. Kenya Blake. Amber Blaylock. Jamie Boning, U.S. Army veteran. Kayla Bond, U.S. Army veteran. Lisbeth Bonilla. Amanda Borchardt. Victoria Boschetto. Lat Boti. Erica Bowen. Lindsay Bradley. Eric Bregner. Cody Brashears. Corey Broad. Joshua Broder. Derek Brooks. Georgia Brooks. Terry Brooks. Joshua Brown. Patricia Brown, U.S. Air Force. Paula Brown, U.S. Army. Robert Brown, U.S. Army veteran. Ryan Brown. Trevin Brown. Bradley Bryan, U.S. Army veteran. Jason Bryant. Sofani Buck. Kaisha Buchanan. Samantha Buer, U.S. Air Force veteran. Brandon Burgess, U.S. Navy. Michael Burgess. Tiffany Burley. Thomas Burnson. Peyton Burpee. Gilliana Boosler. Austin Bybee. Sage Kane. Melody Caldwell. Michelle Cantu. Devin Cardwell, U.S. Marine Corps. Kristen Carlin. Brandon Carlson, U.S. Navy veteran. Adriana Carner, Lauren Carney, Kamisha Carper, Cheyenne Carr, Mayito Castro, U.S. Army veteran, Jarvis Kathy, U.S. Marine Corps veteran, Soba Chanamolu, Barbara Chandler, Trey Christensen, U.S. Air Force, Louis Cisneros, Jashawn Clark, Matthew Clark, U.S. Army veteran, Selah Clark, Victoria Clark, Eric Clarkson, Melissa Clutters, Robin Cole, Deidre Coleman, U.S. Navy veteran, Katrina Coles, Shannon Connolly, U.S. Army, Justin Cook, U.S. Army, David Coomer, Mandy Corbett, Lindsay Cord, Tia Cordero Patino, Cami Costa, Najala Crafton, Tyler Crisp, U.S. Air Force, Tiffany Cross, Jessica Kuhn, Tiana Cunningham, U.S. Army, Arnaud Dacoury, Jennifer Dalrymple, Ellen Danforth, Aaron Davis, Alina Davis, Christopher Davis, Julius Davis, Priscilla Davis, U.S. Army, Christopher Daw, Brenda Daza Del Angel, David Delaportis, Anushka Deshpande, Helen Desta, Martha Desta, Juan Diaz, Christopher DeBaradino, Mark Raven Dingle, U.S. Navy veteran, Philip Dowdy, U.S. Navy veteran, Jillian Downing, Corey Doyle, Thomas Duchnowski, Stephanie Duque, Lydia Easterberg, Kevin Easton, Deborah Edwards, Nkechinyeri Egwu, Donald Elder, U.S. Navy, Brianna Ellis, Genesis Ellis, Jonathan Espinoza, Shannon Evans, Naya Farmer, Colton Figley, Karen Feltz, Guillermo Afonso Fejere de Camargo, Marissa Ferrer, Angela Fields, Lamitris Fields, U.S. Army, Monica Filar, Isabella Flynn, Paul Fell, U.S. Navy, Rachel Ford, Jordan Foss, Haley Foster, Devin Fountain, U.S. Army veteran. Jonathan Francis, U.S. National Guard veteran. Veronica Franco. Ryan Franks, U.S. Army. Mindy Freeland. Rochelle Fuentes. William Gannon, U.S. Air Force veteran. Daniel Axel Garcia. Kimberly Gardash. Daniel Garn. Emily Gowell. Hadassah Gersten. Christine Gazarian. Maisha Gibbons, U.S. Army. Dominic Gismondi. Saul Gomez. Arlene Gonzalez. Edgar Gonzalez Alderando, U.S. Army. Edwin Gonzalez Gawich. Kaylani Gorniak. Pushkar Goyal. Irene Graff. Sean Grant, U.S. Army. Jennifer Gray, U.S. Navy veteran. Whitney Gray. Brandon Green, U.S. Army veteran. Jason Green, U.S. Army veteran. Jessica Green. Lisa Grenier. Caitlin Gwynn. Rosa Gutierrez. Janelle Hoff. Emma Hagedorn. Salar Hajireza. Zahra Halai. Jerry Hall. Jesse Hall. Leland Hall, U.S. Air Force veteran. Samuel Hamilton. Mandy Hemsea. Marie Hankey. Patrick Harrington, U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Amanda Harris. Quinceal Harris. Brandon Harrison, U.S. Air Force. Mitra Harrison. Alexis Harstad. Nathan Hartung. Caitlin Herrera. Amy Hickman. Carol Hicks. Ontario Hicks. Kelsey Hill. Tammy Hill. Nicholas Hitz. Ginger Hoffman. Amy Holloway. Keyshawn Holloway, U.S. Army. Rolanda Hooks. Ellie Hoover. Victoria Hoskins. Aaron Householder, U.S. Army. Tamika Howard. Jacina Howell. Tyler Howell. Jessica Howes. Abby Hughes, U.S. Air Force veteran. Max Hunsberger, U.S. National Guard. Jonathan Hunt. Putra Husairil Han Hussein. Juliana Ignatiti. Anna Emikis. Frank Isarin. Amaka Iwugo. Ibishek Iyer. Andrea Jackson, Jessica Jackson, Jonathan Jackson, Philip Jackson, Randy Jackson, Henna Jahangir, Damian Jefferson, Anna Jenkins, Kimberly Jenkins, Sun Xin Chiang, Jeremy Jimenez Rios, U.S. Army, Antonia Johnson, Benjamin Johnson, Christine Johnson, Rhonda Johnson, Tyrone Johnson, U.S. Army veteran, Alexia Jones, Whitney Jones, Nicole Jones-Gervino, Pierre Joseph, Nicholas Jump, U.S. Air Force veteran, William Youngerman, U.S. Army veteran, Esther Kagoro, Kamaraj Kandaswamy, Mary Carlson, Elizabeth Casper, Shilpa Katati, Louisa Kazarian, Natasha Kadir, Capricia King, Jordan King, Whitney King Cleveland, Ethan Klasner Figueroa, Peter Nipshield, Mohammed Kabasi, Jason Koppenhaver, U.S. Army veteran, Alaman Kwasi, U.S. National Guard veteran, Charles Kozdurka, Hayden Kress, Brandon Kuhlman, Michelle Kupfer, Gerard LaBerge, U.S. Air Force veteran, Jonathan Lacey, Ravi Lakshmin Arasimha, Michaela Lambert, Jordan Lampkin, Madison Land, Bertho Lang, U.S. Army, Taryn Lang, Blair Lawton, Deborah Lee, Mingxin Royston Lee, Mariah Langyel, Nicole Lisinski, Kevin Lewis, Mackenzie Lewis, Mindy Lewis, Herson Lexima, Anlee Lee, Courtney Lineweber, Courtney Lineweber, Jeanette Linthicum, Marcus Lockamy, Krista Lococo, Audrey Lopez, Jennifer Lopez, Jamin Lattimore, William Lewis Jr., U.S. Army veteran, Isaiah Lowry, Isaiah Lowry, D'Angelo Lucero, Alexis McAdam, Taylor McCann, Nathaniel Major, Julio Maldonado Rodriguez, Marshall Manipul, U.S. Air Force veteran. Charlotte Manson. Mary Manuel. Roman Marfil, U.S. Army. Shamika Marcus. Drew Marshall, U.S. National Guard. Kyle Marshall. Alec Martins. Wilson Edward Martinez. Nicholas Mata, U.S. National Guard veteran. David Matos. Whitney Matsuda.
J.Rue Maxwell, U.S. Army veteran.
Derek May. Dutch Maydew, U.S. Army. Kathleen McDowell. Robert McElroy, U.S. Army. Cindy McKee. Cheryl Ann McLean Conert. Judson Medlin. Mackenzie Meeker. Evelyn Mankos. Jack Merrill. Joseph Metcalf. Michael Metuge Mechame. Christian Meza, U.S. Army. Emily Michael. Lauren Middleton. Lindsay Miller. Bryant Mills. Holly Mills. Jonathan Mills. Kaylin Mitchell. Brandon Monroe, U.S. Air Force. Christian Montez. Sergio Montiel. William Moore. Nelson Morales. Adam Mosier. Celia Moda. Kevin Mosavi. Stephanie Mullins. Christopher Mund. Sylvia Munoz. Nadia Muir-Colgis. Dale Merle. Joshua Myers. Xavier Nance McCraney Little. Kara Natividad McCoy. Elizabeth Nawa. Enrique Negron de Jesus. Kirk Nelson. Hunter Wen. Tan Wen, U.S. Navy. Logan Nkum, U.S. Navy. Kelly Nixon Cruz. Karen Kimbang. Louis Nodell. Leon Knopflin, U.S. Army veteran. Misty Norden. Eric Nishimiye. Sachwayo Ntene. Lindsay Nybeck. Rosemary Nze Henry. Tamiera Ocasio. Cynthia Odongo. Kingsley Ofoha, U.S. Army. Anashe Ohanyan. Sharon Oliver, U.S. Navy. Evan Oresek. Armando Orozco Carrillo, U.S. Army veteran. Samaris Ortiz Martinez, U.S. Army. Camila Osborne. Alexius Otanes, U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Tavares Outen, U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Bridget Awonifari. Adriano Palaya, U.S. Air Force. Phil Spambu. Michael Paredes. Aaron Park. Brandon Parker, U.S. Navy. Emilia Pascu. Charles Pisiznik. Namrata Paul. Matthew Payne. Amy Pena. Sharika Pennington. Aiden Pence. Glenda Perry, U.S. Army veteran. Jody Pete Fobbs, U.S. National Guard. Kenneth Peterson, U.S. Air Force veteran. James Peterson. Vongpong Pandanavong. Lydia Phillip Joseph. Brianna Phillips. Tyrone Pickett. Brian Pierce. Leslie Pena. Angelique Pinkston, U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Indigo Pinto. Jennifer Podesta. Ethan Polomsky. Nicholas Ponda. Holly Pope. Stephanie Posey Armstrong. Vijay Podar. Michael Potter, U.S. Navy veteran. Trisha Potter. Nikia Powell. Charles Price. Monica Pulliam. Joshua Quellet, U.S. Air Force veteran. Henry Quinones, U.S. Army veteran. Ramachandran Ranjamani. Mary Rose Ann Ramage. Maithili Ramalingam. Michelle Ramirez. Tarek Ransom. Solani Rath. Christopher Ray. Melissa Ray. Rachel Ray. Victoria Reed. Caitlin Regal. Jonathan Rubin, U.S. Army. Stefano Reyes. Taryn Rhodes. Tracy Riddle, U.S. Army veteran. Jessica Richard. Michaela Reisig. Gezel Rameh. Marsha Megan Robinson. Melvina Robinson. Shauna Robinson. Stephanie Roque Numa. Dallas Rodney. Denise Rodriguez. Jamie Rodriguez. Marcus Rodriguez, U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Stephanie Rodriguez, U.S. Navy veteran. Diego Rodriguez Perez Grifo. Taylor Reck. Kimberly Rogers. Victor Rojas, U.S. Army. Joachim Rosa. Aurora Rosales. Taisha Roseborough. Ashley Rudolph. Gillen Rawangwa. Christy Russell. Kenneth Russo. Michael Ryan, U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Tyler Salazar, U.S. Air Force. Alyssa Saldivar. Samantha Saldivar. Priya Samraj. Stephanie Sanchez. Justin Sanders. Luis Santillan, U.S. Army veteran. Matthew Sarmiento. Lydia Scarborough. Nicholas Scarpa. Audrey Shealy. Veronica Shisky. Megan Schinner. Catherine Schnorr. Lola Schremer. Paxtonia Scott. Crystal Scranton. Tammy Searcy. Tiffany Searles. Joshua Seidman. Kristen Seitz. Aldar Selimovic. Shane Shapiro. Alexis Shaw. Salman Shehu, U.S. Army. April Shepard. Devin Sherman. Alexis Sherrod. Justin Short, U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Suleiman Shatona. Sanjeev Shrestha. Olivia Shreve. Irma Schramm. Irina Shubina. Denise Schuster. Zechariah Zimmerman, U.S. Army veteran. Billy Simmons. Courtney Simmons. Nathaniel Simpson. Tori Scipio James. Rory Smart. Sarah Smidella. Caitlin Smith. Richard Smith, U.S. Air Force. Sonia Smith. Tiffany Smith. Tyler Smith. Nikisha Smith Ferguson. Marina Snehir. Megan Sohosky. Ashley Somoza. Ashley Spagnolo. Evelyn Spilly. Kevin Spruce. Deandria Stallings. Jessica Stanley. Keith Stanley, U.S. Navy. Grace St. Clair. Heather Stevens. Justine Stover. Donald Stubblefield. Serena Stuck. Brittany Swartz. Kelly Tabersack. Joey Taese, U.S. Army. Nabin Tamang. Mary Tanderton. Sarah Tanyos. Joshua Taylor, U.S. National Guard. Judith Taylor, U.S. Air Force veteran. Natika Taylor. Amanda Teagle. Salamawi Tabaja. Elise Telford, Megan Tom, James Thomas, U.S. Army, Riley Thompson, Madison Thornton, Maxwell Thrower, Michaela Timmerman, U.S. Navy veteran, Joyce Tiu, Tia Tonis, U.S. Air Force veteran, Corey Torres, Keshla Torres Martinez, U.S. Army, Raul Torres Diaz, U.S. Army, Rebecca Tutunji, U.S. Navy, Cindy Tran, Cleve Trott, Jaquay Trott, Stacy Troublefield, Yuchen Tu, Lauren Erkey, Christian Urs, Bradley Valentine, Andrea Vanco, Ryan Van Det, Ashley Vaughn, Nadine Velez, Christy Vogler, Ravi Teja Vunam, Diana Vihivska, Matthew Wagner, Jakai Walker, U.S. Army, Nathan Walker, Naomi Ware, Honey Mae Weaver Bowen, U.S. Army, Kristen Wheeler, Dakota Weibel, U.S. Navy veteran, Kyla Wehagen, Akonda Williams, Alacia Williams, U.S. Army, Darian Williams, Haley Williams, Marcellus Williams, U.S. Army, Markshawn Williams, Matthew Williams, Michael Williams, Valerie Williams, Robert Williams Jr., U.S. Air Force veteran, Tasha Willis, Billy Joe Wilson, Jack Wilson, Martha Wolkersdorfer, Alexis Woods, U.S. Army, Kelsey Woods, Antoinette Wright, U.S. Army veteran, Jamie Wright, Deborah Wright Mosby, Jerez Xavier, U.S. Army, Patricia Yaboa, Deshauna Young, Walid Youssef, Syed Zaidi, Giovanni Zavala, U.S. Army, Yasemin Zirak, Megan Zimmerman, Maximilian Zimmerman, Skylar Zurek.
There's one more thing. We have a tradition at Purdue that I want to share with you as our new alumni. As a Boilermaker tradition, we say, boiler up, hammer down, and hail Purdue Global. So let's do it all together, because you are all part of the Boilermaker family. Boiler up, hammer down,
Hail Purdue Global! Congratulations, graduates!